Well, right now we're going to look at making master pages and utilising them in InDesign. And how we go about doing that, first of all, is we need to set up a new page. So I'm just popping to the File menu, New Document, and we're going to make a new document here. Here's my new document dialog, and here's my page now. You can see I've got my preview button switched on here, which means I'm going to get a live preview of everything that I do. So first things first, I'm going to change the intent to digital publishing, like so. I'm going to, and you can see here that the page changes to landscape. That's because most screens and things are in landscape, but we can change it back to portrait if we want. I'm leaving the page size set to iPad, and I'm going to take this primary text frame off. That's a personal thing. I just find it a little bit of a nuisance, so I've turned that off. I'm then going to add in some columns. So I'm going to add 8 columns. There we go, 6, 7, 8. There we are. I'm going to change the gutter width. Now we're currently measuring in pixels, but I'm just going to type in 5 mm for millimeters, and that will automatically convert when I click off, like so, into pixels again. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing for the margins. I'm going to set these up as 20mm margins, and this little chain symbol here means these are all linked together. So you can see that when I change one, they all change together. And I'm happy with that, so I'm just going to click OK, and there's my page all set up. Now the next thing I'm going to change is my panels down this side. We're currently using the Essentials workspace, and I'm just going to go up to the window menu and change my workspace to digital publishing, like so. And now you can see I've got things like animation, buttons and forms open here. I'm just going to add in pages because I need to use that quite a bit, and I can just pick this up and lock it into the bottom like that. So that's now added to my digital publishing workspace. So now I've got everything that I need. I'm just going to open up my my pages panel, like so, and you can see here that I've got a little thumbnail representation of my main page, like so. So this little thing here, and you can see it's got a number 1 underneath it, and that tallies with this number 1 down here. That's my page number. And up here you can see it says A Master. Now this is where the master pages live, okay? And to access the master page, all we have to do is just double click on the thumbnail, like so. And now down here it says, it says A Master. Okay, so that's how I know that I'm using a master page. And I'm going to put a little masthead up here. So the first thing I need to do is go to File and choose Place. Okay, find the masthead, and here it is, called Journal Masthead. This is what it looks like, and I'm going to open that, and I'm going to pop it up here in line with this column. So I'm just lining up like so, and there we have it. So I'm quite happy with that, where it is. I also think I'm going to put in an automatic page number. So I'm going to pop that down here. I've just closed my pages panel as well because it was a little bit in the way. Now if I go to the type menu and choose Insert Special Character and go to Markers, at the moment everything is greyed out. Now if this happens to you, it usually means that the wrong tool is selected, and as you can see we've got the selection tool at the moment, and what I actually need is the type tool. So here we go. I'm just going to draw a box out like so. So this is where my automatic page number is going to go. Now I need to go up to the type menu again, down to Insert Special Character, go to Markers and choose Current Page Number. Now it's inserted the letter A. Now that's because this is the master page and there is no page number. I'm just making this a little bit bigger. These are different styles that we could have for this page number. I don't really like any of them, and they're currently in Minion Pro, which I'm not a massive fan of. So I'm just going to close this down, and I'm going to change the typeface. So I've just highlighted it and I'm going to change it to something else. So I think I'm going to use this one, which is Acumen Pro semi-condensed, and I'm going to use the very thinnest version. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Now it's right over on the left-hand side at the moment. Now I'm not particularly keen on that. I'd rather have it on the right, lining up with the edge of the that column, or more or less anyway. I'm just going to change this so it's range right. Oops, there we go. Okay. Now I could have used a keyboard shortcut of Command-Shift-R or Control-Shift-R if you're using a PC. I'm just going to nudge that over a tiny bit because I'm going to put in a little rule here. So I'm just using the pen tool and I'm just going to make a tiny little line there, and I'm going to paint this red, I think. So I'm just going up to my stroke colour. There we are. And I'm just going to zoom in so I can see how that's lining up and looking. It's always a good idea to check things out by zooming in. Now you can see this doesn't line up properly with the end of that column, so I'm just going to move that across, like so. And I'm just going to nudge this down a little bit. Now I'm not going to make this box smaller because I could end up with very big page numbers and I need room for them. So there we have it. There's my master page. Now you can see, if we go to pages now, excuse me, you can see here is my automatic page number, and you can see it tallies with that number 1. And if I were to add another page, number 2, there we go, and if I just hide that away so you can see, there we are, there's my number 2. So page 1 looks like this, the master page looks like this, number 1 again, there we go, and number 2. And that, in a nutshell, is how we create items that work on a master page.